lately I've stumbled across a whole lot of cost analysis video for poultry farm, and then there's something I noticed from most of them. You understand? Now the cost analysis were for 1,000 beds. From the videos, they used 12 weeks to 14 weeks as the analysis, and then in your analysis you are feeding 12 to 14 weeks beds 4.5 bags in a day. That's for 1,000 beds. 4.5 bags of feed every day is like a waste of money. You are overfeeding your beds. Now there's something you need to know, that the manufacturer of these beds, they have a guideline. Yeah, they have a chart that you are supposed to follow when you are buying a certain breed of bed. And here in Nigeria, you know that we use majorly the Sabrown beds. That's what we breed here in Nigeria. So now there's also a chart for the Sabrown layers. Now, a bed at 12 weeks is not supposed to consume more than 64 grams per bed. Now, if you are saying that you're going to give 1,000 beds 4.5 bags at 12 weeks, it means you're already feeding them 110 grams. And that's overfeeding. A 12 weeks old bed is required to eat at least 64 grams every day. And if you should go by that, if you should go by the 64 grams, you only end up feeding them 2.5 bags or thereabouts. 2.5 bags or just a little more for 1,000 beds. So feeding 1,000 beds 4.5 bags at 12 weeks it's just like a waste of money. You are overfeeding them as the farmer, and you're also wasting your money, because you are eating into your pocket. The money that you're supposed to reserve to do some other things, you are using it to feed your beds. So let's say from 12 weeks to 16 weeks, you're supposed to be using between the range of 2.5 bags to 3 bags. Because at that point, your beds are still feeding from 64 grams, you know, and as the week increase, the amount of grams they consume increase. That's why it's important that you also have a chart that you follow. At 16 weeks, they are now required to feed like each bed is required to eat about 77 grams at 16 weeks. So at 16 weeks now, you can start feeding them 3 bags upward at 16 weeks. So from 16 weeks, 3 bags. When they get to 18, you can do 3.5. Then when they get to 20 weeks, you can feed 4 bags. Now from that 20 weeks till they get to 24 weeks, you are still going to be between the range of 4 bags to 4.5 bags. Now it's when they get to 24 weeks, that is when you can start feeding them 4.5 bags properly. That way you are working with 110 grams to 115 grams per bed for 1,000 beds. So even if you want to say, okay, you want to feed them enough so that they can, you know, add up with 4.5 bags is just too much. It's too much for 12 weeks. But that's what I've seen. That's what I've come across in most of the analysis I've seen. I've stumbled across most of the cost analysis I've stumbled across. That's what I've come across, and that's why I decided to do a video on it. Because I feel like, I don't know if that's the template most farmers follow, but if that's wrong. You are just wasting your money. As they increase in their age weekly, you increase the portion of feed. So every 2 weeks you can add half bag. Every 2 weeks you can add half bag. Till they get to 24 weeks, that's when you are sure that, okay, now they are matured. Now, the 110 grams that most farmers work with are when your beds are already matured, when your beds have already gotten to 24 weeks. That is when you can stick to the 110 grams to 115 grams per bed. Not when your beds are still growing. When they are still growing, follow the chart and know the required amount of feed they need per day according to their age. It's there. You have your chart to follow. So this is just me throwing my 2 cents on this. See you on the next one. This is CGF Farm. Don't forget.